Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. So we got some Marvel news today from this article. Rumors of MODOK, I don't know what that is, Fantastic Four and Young Avengers for Ant-Man 3. Just based on that title, Ant-Man 3 being a setup movie is a good idea, I think. They tend to use some movies to set up other movies. Like, they don't every movie, to be fair, but like there are some movies where it's a setup for a lot of future movies, like Iron Man 2 and Age of Ultron. And I think in those movies it suffered because of that, because Age of Ultron, they set up like 8 future movies in that one. And because of that, they put too much in the movie and it suffered because of it. The storyline suffered. Same thing Iron Man 2 is. Iron Man 2 set up a lot of things. It Easter egged a lot of things, referenced a lot of things from the future MCU. It kind of affected the movie as well because it was terrible all over the place. So it didn't work those 2 times. But for Ant-Man 3, it could have the opposite effect. I think it could elevate the movie, because I don't think the other movies are that good anyway. I enjoyed the first one. I thought it was fun, but it's not like that popular. The second one was more popular, but I didn't like it at all. So like, I mean, it's kind of on and off for me anyway. I think it's on and off for everyone anyway as well. So I think Ant-Man 3 being a setup for other movies could actually be a good thing for Ant-Man itself. It could elevate this particular franchise. I think it would end the trilogy anyway. I think 3's the last one anyway, regardless. But I think in terms of like the Ant-Man movies, I think having these teams set up could actually really work for this particular franchise. Is that MODOK? It's based on the headline, maybe. No Young Avengers photo. Obviously, like, they set up Young Avengers in the Endgame. Like, I think it's quite obvious considering the 5-year time jump, and I think Hawkeye's going to train the new Hawkeye and the new TV show coming up, and a few of the kids are older now as well. So you could have, what's the girl's name? Forgotten the girl's name. Tony Stark's daughter. You could have Scott Lang's daughter as well. What's the name of the girl that Hawkeye's training? the point is, I think they've set it up quite well. So I think the kids will come in soon. And maybe, just maybe, we might see Miles Morales. If the Sony Marvel deal was still there by then we might get Miles Morales Spider-Man in the Young Avengers. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool thing to do if they do introduce him in the MCU. They've referenced him already. They'd referenced him in Homecoming. Donald Glover's character had a nephew that's referenced to Miles Morales. So if he was in the Young Avengers, that'd be amazing, because they have been hinting at him. So it would be nice to see him finally, because we've had a lot of Peter Parker. And that's fine. Like, Peter Parker's been great, but we need a live-action Miles Morales. It needs to happen. We had it in Spider-Verse. It was great. We need now a live-action version. Anyway, let's read the article. Let's stop talking about just the title. Last night we knew that the movie Ant-Man 3 added a new team with the addition of screenwriter Jeff Loveness. After that, this morning we advanced via a rumor that placed the villain MODOK in this film. I assume that's him. Recall that this March it was already said that the work was being done to bring the villain to the UCM, I think it means MCU. Now we give a little more shape to this rumour that we comment on social networks. Apparently, before the incorporation of Loveness, the leading actor Paul Rudd, who already contributed to the script of Ant-Man and also the history of Ant-Man and the Wasp, came to write a draft for the 3rd film, in which I placed MODOK and its organisation AIM, or IMA, in Spain as main antagonist. This organisation already appeared in Ant-Man 3. Okay, it's an organisation. I don't know what this guy is called, but maybe he leads it. It should be noted that the second Ant-Man movie, Sony Burch worked for a mysterious benefactor. For a long time, the rumour was playing that this benefactor was none other than Norman Osborn, but after the premiere of Spider-Man Far From Home, that idea was completely dismantled. Although there are still those who maintain it, assuring that there are last-minute changes now, and this would already be a bit more speculation. You might think that benefactor was already MODOK. Interesting. However, the news does not stop here, and it is said that Marvel Studios' original plans were to place the Fantastic Four in Ant-Man 3. However, they would have abandoned that idea to include some incarnation of the Young Avengers. Now, they have been setting this up, so it does make sense that they'd be in here. Fantastic Four, though, I'm not sure they'd do it anyway. Not in this movie. I think they just introduced them through their own movie. It's a big team anyway. I don't think they'll I think they'll save them as well. I think they're saving for phase 5 at least, so a few more years. But you never know. Maybe this is phase 5 though. This hasn't been announced yet, so probably is phase 5 or phase 6, which will link to those October rumors that this film would serve as an introduction to the young group of heroes. It is not yet known which members of the group will appear, but the sure bets are obviously Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie Lang, as I mentioned, Kate Bishop, that's her name, I forgot her name, but I mentioned her, and sibling pair Wiccan and Speed. Oh, they have kids, Scarlet Witch and Vision, so there's that. So Tony's daughter, I assume, I mean, she's still young, so she'll probably grow up and join the team. Hopefully Miles Morales at some point, that'd be great. Curiosity, a couple of days ago, another rumor began to sound that pointed out that Marvel Studios was going to start receiving story proposals for a project already focused on the Young Avengers, although it is not yet known if it will be a series or a movie. Okay, well, oh, there's more. I think, no, sorry, that's unrelated. Okay, so that's interesting. As I mentioned earlier, being a setup for future movies could actually benefit Ant-Man himself. But hopefully he gets a good send-off, because I think that would be his last solo movie. I think he'll still be in team-up movies for sure. But I think like they stop at 3 usually, apart from Avengers, like Iron Man trilogy, Captain America trilogy, Thor trilogy. Obviously Avengers got 4 movies though, but the characters get trilogies. So Captain Marvel will get 1 for sure, Black Panther for sure, and Ant-Man 3. It makes sense, you know. Characters get trilogies. It used to be just the main characters, but now more characters get trilogies. So it should be interesting. Yeah, I don't know if this is still happening, but I think it will happen for sure. But probably push back even further now because of what's happening with the delays. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I lost my voice, and see ya.